You've probably heard about how the internet works, but you didn't much care about what's going on behind the scenes. You just want to have an internet connection all the time, secure, and fast enough. We just can't imagine how people used to work back in the days before the internet was accessible and before the digital revolution came in. However, as you may see today, a lot has changed. In fact, we can say that our lives are now deeply connected with the internet and it becomes essential. We rely on the internet even in our daily routine. We basically do everything through it. Our work, our shopping, or Googling around to learn new things. The internet has many factors and complex structure that make it work. Each device has to follow a set of rules and standards to access the internet. This set of rules and standards is called the network architecture, and the current model that we are using now is what is called TCP/IP. Let's assume that this board of gears represents the internet. It moves what is called packets, which could be an image or a doc file, from one side to the other, from a server to a client, or vice versa. Now the TCP/IP is the way that these gears are organized to make this movement happen. As the needs of the users started increasing, the need of robust and smooth transmission started to increase with it. Organizations and scientists that were developing the internet started to add more and more protocols to this network to satisfy these needs. This itself made some security issues. Hackers now have more ways to interfere in the network and steal your information. Of course, security issues are a big problem for all of us. So the solution was to create a security protocol for each one of these protocols. We have to log each one separately. Now notice what we have. A complex network architecture with so many protocols in it, each is logged with a different log. With RINA, replacing the TCP/IP, we are replacing all types of these gears with a single type of gear, a universal one that can act in the way we want it depending on the needed scope, with only two types of protocols, one for data transfer and one for layer management. Each gear itself is a secured block that, although they are connected together to make the packet transmission happen, hackers cannot access these blocks. And of course, it's a simple common type of blocks that we can use it as much as we need. RINA is a simple, common, but highly customizable network architecture. It is a return to the basics of the general principles in the computer networking with the objective to be applicable to every usage while solving all the inherited issues of the legacy technologies. RINA's competitive advantage comes within its infrastructure. In a simple way, we can say that RINA will open new opportunities in the network, more secure, highly scalable, supports quality of service, less complex, and more flexible. After saying all this, you could start thinking about how we are going to replace all this structure at once. It seems like a long and difficult job to do, but research now shows that our internet is not fully ready for the future. Think about the revolution that is already happening in the IT sectors. Billions of devices will be connected to the internet. What we are going to have in the next few years: IoT, automation, 5G. We will have to add a new protocol to support each development. We are just making things more complicated. Fortunately, for you to apply RINA is not that complicated or hard. RINA could be deployed partly in the current existing network architecture, solving many of its current problems.